What's up guys, this is Ashlax. Today I have the showcase for Lone Crescent Bellona and she is on my 5th account. She is definitely changing things for the better. I'm facing my other accounts which are very old and very geared. It's gonna be right after this. This video was brought to you by Amazon App Store and Amazon Coins.
Where are we going?
We're going on vacation!
What do you mean? I didn't even pack my bag.
Don't worry, I packed all your bags!
Wow, but how much it costs to bring all this?
It's not a big deal. I've been saving money with the Amazon App Store.
Oh, really? Let's go then. Wow, look at that view. It's amazing.
If you're going to spend for Lone Crescent Bellona, you should do so by using Amazon Coins.
Can you tell me how it works? I'll tell my friends about it.
Okay, here. So you can save up to 20% when you do in-game purchases using the Amazon App Store. But you need to use my link, Astronox's link, which is in the description of the video, or scan my QR code, which is right here.
That sounds nice.
All right, let me show you how it's done here on the Amazon App Store website. You can see Epic 7 is right here, and at the bottom we have different discounts, and of course go for the discount that is going to suit your budget, of course. But let's say you are trying to get 10,000 Amazon coins. This is $100 in value basically, but you only have to spend $82. So 18% discounts right here. So of course, like I said, go with whatever is going to suit you best for your budget. But yeah, that's it.
เอ้าไปไหนอะกลับมาก่อน
By the way, don't forget to use my link in the description of the video or use my QR code. Thanks in advance, and thanks to Amazon for sponsoring this video. Alright, so first of all, we gotta power her up. So real quick, going through the process. And Lone Crescent Bellona, her kit is actually very powerful. There's a lot of damage happening for free. So I definitely love that. And as the battle drags on, she's actually getting stronger and stronger. Not only you're getting the vigor buff on yourself that cannot be removed, you're going to put it on your team if you're able to defeat the target with the skill number 3. But the thing is, her passive 10% attack stacks 5 times is insane. Of course, all this stuff with the vigor buff cannot be removed and it stacks with attack buff. And you're going to be able to do some really crazy damage because of that. And my gear is nothing insane. And you're going to be seeing the build real soon here. But I went real crazy, guys. Triple S Imprint. Let's get that sweet attack for herself. It's going to help me out with the fact that I don't have the greatest of gear. But still, I was able to roll some pretty nice stats overall. And like I said, I'm going to be facing my other accounts in RTA. Right? We're talking 4-year accounts. I'm facing them with cleave teams. I'm facing cleave teams. I'm facing, stall team, bruiser team. And you're going to be able to see her perform versus some really well-geared heroes, right? Even if you get outsped, with a build like this, you're going to be able to make stuff happen. So as you can see, I have over 22,000 health, and I really wanted to push that survivability. Over 1,300 defense. 3,200 attack is pretty sweet. 122 speed, it doesn't really matter because I'm on counter. And penetration set just to get extra single target damage. Sigurd side for survivability, more damage. 312% crit damage. Yeah, it's gonna allow her to really hit hard, and that's what you want her to do. You want to boost that survivability as much as possible and be able to just land some really hard hitting hits. Now the counter attack, what I really like is that it's building the passive 10% attack that stacks 5 times. You're also able to counter attack, free damage happening on top of her passive triggering. You're building 20 fighting spirit when it triggers, so counter set gives you a lot of value, right? And you're gonna be able to see those skill number 1s hitting real hard because of counter attacks. And when it happens, it definitely feels good, right? So the enemy might not be focusing on her initially. They might go for like a Ruel of Light, which needs to go down ASAP, or the healing and reviving will be happening, and that's going to be real bad for them if they're not able to take her down. So I'm facing right now my first account, right? And as you can see, it's a lot of cleave damage. It's a lot of AoE damage. It's a lot of single target damage, and I'm focusing it to take down Ruel of Light. right? So I don't have many heroes built on this 5th account of mine where I'm testing Lone Crescent Bellona, right? So you do have to keep that in mind. And I'm using pretty much the same team most of the time because it provides me with maxed out Aureus. It allows me to have defense buff later down the line. The vigor, of course, goes up. Senya has Adamant Shield, so that's another way to boost the survivability of my team. And together, really, with Adamant Shield, the defense buff, it allows me to really stay alive longer. And look at those counter attacks, man. Those counter attacks with Sigurd's Sight are really surprising. And look at that, like, you're gonna be able to really mess up the enemy when stuff like this happens. And I mean, could you imagine a skill number 2 triggering with the Sigurd's Sight when your HP threshold is under the limit, so you're able to trigger the Sigurd's Sight. You're getting more damage, you're also leeching life, so that's pretty crazy right there. And look at the damage of her skill number 3, guys. She has a buff over 21,000 damage. That's crazy. That is pretty crazy, considering the fact that I don't have attack buff, guys. I don't have attack buff. So just keep that in mind. As you can see the breakdown, just a bunch of free damage from ML Bellona, and that's definitely something you want to see. And to be honest, like, this is a hero that can straight up carry your account. My account in this particular case is definitely getting a lot of free damage because of her, and she's really helping out. And I feel like the gear is not that hard to get. You don't need insane speed, so that definitely helps. So you just wait for the enemy to throw all their damage at you, and then you retaliate. Now, I had a battle versus my first account, which I didn't include. It was Summertime Mysaria, like with Ran, Para, double AoE triggering Seaside, Summertime Mysaria, and crippling the enemy, planting bombs, detonating them, and I lost the battle there. Like, it was just too much. I don't have a hero that can take care of debuffs on this 5th account of mine, so I didn't include it because that would be like over 2 minutes of footage that I can just straight up tell you what is the weakness of my account, my teams. So just pointing that out. So if you don't have a solution against teams that have a bunch of debuffs, you gotta be careful. You gotta be mindful of that, and maybe you want to go with an immunity set in that type of situation, because with low speed, it's pretty dangerous. Now I'm fighting my second account, guys, and this is a bruiser playstyle. I have some heroes that hit real hard. Got some really deadly heroes. Lionheart Sormia can just like devastate a team with the skill 3 into the skill number 1 is pretty ridiculous. Rimuru just real annoying. Fallen CC for some bulk, skill null, barrier, all that stuff. And Spectre Tenebria in the shadows just like doing some free damage. And that's definitely something that you gotta be mindful of. Spectre Tenebria, though, she's allowing you to get that fighting spirit from the passive of ML Bellona, and I really like that. And actually, ML Bellona actually gets fighting spirit when she does get hit. So that's another really nice thing right there. And it's gonna allow you to just get more fighting spirit. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know. I thought it was just the allies. It wasn't, she wasn't included in there. But that will just allow you to have more counter attacks. Skill 2 AoE attack happen, and that's really nice. Really nice. So yeah, I'm just going by order of like priority, taking out the healer, reviver, stuff like that. And let's say the enemy focuses on your ML Bellona and she's real tanky. Like, if you build her with over 20,000 HP, nice defense, like at least like maybe close to 1,400, then you're gonna have some really high effective health. And then you got the Sigurd's Sight potential, the counter attack potential. You could have her on a lifesteal build, right? You could go with a different artifact compared to you could not wear Sigurd's Sight. You could go with more damage, let's say. Something that's just boosting your damage throughout the whole battle, not just when your HP drop below 50%, right? So, yeah, as you can see here, it's not going too good. But you can see the sheer amount of damage happening. Considering the fact that she's on a pretty tanky build, right? Stuff is happening and I really like it. And when she has a buff, man, that skill 3 hits harder. The thing is, like I said, I don't have attack buff. Could you imagine if I had attack buff? If I had a hero that, a bruiser hero that provides attack buff for my team, that would work well. with ML Bellona, I think like that would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. So here the breakdown, we're seeing that she's just dealing a ton of damage, right? Like a ton of damage happening pretty much passively, right? So that's pretty nice. The immunity from the skill number 1 with the counter attack, so you're gonna have a higher uptime on immunity. I like that. You know, the immunity definitely comes in handy, especially when you don't build her with super high effect resistance, which might not be the optimal build for her, right? Like having counter set, lifesteal set, and going for, you know, survivability, health, defense, going for attack, crit damage, not building any crit chance because she crits with all 3 skills, which is insane, right? It gives you a lot of value, a lot of stats for boosting the other stuff. Getting some speed on her is okay on a counter set, but I would say maybe with the lifesteal set you'd go for more speed than a counter set. But when the skill number 2 triggers, you're getting 20% CR push, and you're getting all that free damage happening, so that's real nice. But man, I want to see her with a tag buff. Like that's the thing. That's what I need to test out. This team, if just to point it out, right? Like Adventure Raz is of course really insane. If I didn't have Senya there, you could trigger like duo attack with S2 and be calling ML Bellona. So that would be even more damage out of her. If my, let's say, Adventure Raz had more speed, but my gear is about boosting the health, the defense, and having almost 30,000 HP on him. If I turned on the HP percentage imprint, team-wide imprint, let's say from ML Bellona, and if I had it from another hero, something like that, it would boost my Raz to like 30k. So that'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, you definitely want to have Aureus on a knight. It just boosts your survivability so much. And also, Adamant Shield is quite helpful. But I'm really liking her performance. I feel like she's definitely an asset to this account. Like I said before, I don't have many heroes built on that one, right? I have plenty of resource saved up, but I never really pulled for a hero from the Mystic Summons, right? I lucked out with like ML heroes before, but I didn't even build the last one I got, ML5. I don't even remember what it was. I don't even remember. But I'm glad I got her. And the summoning session wasn't that bad. You can go check it out. I think that her kit is definitely solid because you don't need to like rely on landing debuffs. You don't need to build effectiveness on her. You don't need to build crit chance on her. And her base stats are really good, so you can boost her survivability quite well. Actually, her survivability is really good. You can see with what she has, she's definitely performing. And you can get some surprising damage out of her, especially when the 5-stack is going, you know, 50% attack increase plus vigor, right? That's attack, that's defense increase. If you add like attack, defense buff on top of that, that is ridiculous. That is completely ridiculous. So as you can see here, a bunch of free damage happening from her, just like top performer in terms of damage dealt. And that's what I like to see, right? I don't have crazy attack and crit damage on her. I definitely balance my stats to have good survivability. I'd like to hear what you guys think about ML Bellona in the comment section. How did you build her? How does she perform? But yeah, I'm really enjoying using her. Definitely stay tuned for my other videos. That's it for this one. I'm Ashnise. Good luck with all ya do. Peace out for now.